Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Tyler Merkovich with Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and we're bringing you an NFL preview on a great matchup in the NFC, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the Carolina Panthers here. Give me your keys to victory for Philly. Let's start with
Philly. Keys to victory. One, play your game. I love the way Philadelphia plays offense. A lot of short passes, a lot of play action, a lot of screens, a lot of draws, a lot of split backs. I love the way they use their offense. Use the same formula that you've always done with Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb against the Carolina Panthers. Keep that defensive pressure slowed down a little bit. Number two, feed Westbrook the ball. I think the Panthers have a weakness up the middle with their defensive line, so they should be able to run on Carolina with Westbrook as well as the rookie Shady McCoy, right? Also, spread them out as well too. You want to get these guys defensively as wide as you can. You have the receivers now. You have the underneath possession target in Levant. You have your two deep threats in Macklin and Deshaun Jackson. You have a really good tight end that showed up last year in the playoffs. So you have some weapons on offense. Utilize all those weapons because Carolina has some question marks trying to get to the quarterback.
Very good point. I agree with you. Number one reason. Can Carolina hold off the Philly attack with those fast receivers? Jason Avant's coming in those. You got possession guys. McNabb's going to throw the ball a lot. So can Carolina, sustain a lot of that yardage through the air? And for Carolina also, can their offensive line do the same thing they were doing last year? Can they sustain that success? That's question marks. Can they stay healthy? Jeff Olta had one of their best linemen last year. Was a rookie. He had a preseason injury. So if Philly could get to him, Carolina's gonna. If Philly could get to Delhomme and they could stop D'Angelo Williams with that front seven linebackers and D line, then I think Philly's gonna win this game.
Well, with my keys to victory for Carolina, you have two good running backs in D'Angelo Williams as well as the guy from Oregon, Jonathan Stewart, who can run the rock as well too. Utilize both those backs. You want to out physical Philly. Don't let Philly come in there and intimidate you and play physical. Philly has some size issues on defense, so you can't run at Philly. You can't run at these guys. Also, don't be afraid. Pick up the blitz. That's the most important thing. They're gonna come at you with that blitz. I know Jim Johnson is not there, but they're gonna still carry on this tradition of blitzing the Eagles linebackers, blitzing from all angles. Pick up the blitz. Also, Jake Delhomme, no turnovers. He cannot turn over the ball. You can't give that offense of Philadelphia more opportunities to score points. That's the biggest key for that game for Carolina.
I think Carolina's going to get the job done this first game. I don't know if they're going to sustain it all season, and I may be nuts putting my chips in with Jake Delhomme, but you got Steve Smith, you got a couple other guys, like their running backs. I think Carolina's going to get away with one at home here. I'm going to take the Panthers.
And I can see why you would take the Panthers. You do have Steve Smith, Mushi Muhammad. You also have those two good running backs. You have a really good tight end in Carolina as well, too, a good young guy. I have a question about Jake Delhomme. He's a little bit of erratic. Played last season, kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And this year he's been this preseason made a constant effort to protect the football, which I like that he's looked to improve. He said he vowed that he won't have another game like that again. But my question is, I think Philly is a little bit too explosive for Carolina. I think they're going to be able to come to Carolina and sneak away with one. I'm going to take Philly on the road.
But keep in mind, Michael Vick will not be available for this game. Suspended the first couple of games. He'll be in there before you know it. I don't think that's big of a difference, because they're going to go to some trick plays with him anyway. But McNabb versus a good Carolina defense, Carolina offense, let's see if they can make some noise right here. For more NFL previews, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL.